we have here Thea O Connor. Do you want to explain, introduce yourself a little bit and what you're doing?
Hi, I'm Thea, and my area of work relates to well-being in the workplace. And I have a really big focus on helping people create a work ethic that actually treats themselves like a human being rather than a machine. A lot of the exhaustion and demoralization that I see in workplaces comes from expecting people just to work longer and harder and not take the time to really care for themselves. And there are business benefits of caring for yourself at work. There are so many health practices that also increase productivity.
Right, right. And this is a very interesting philosophy because very often we're taught to work harder, we're taught to work smarter, but we don't thought about how to take care about yourself better. You're just taught to like produce more.
Yes.
You just thought about do more things better, more efficiently, but very rarely we are actually being told by someone, take a rest, take a good care of yourself.
Yes. So I think it just really helps to remind ourselves that the human body, every system in our body is based on rhythm and cycle, ebb and flow. We're not machines. We're not designed to work, in a really flat out linear fashion.
Right.
So if we want to take care of our health and be more effective at work, the simplest thing that we can do is to make sure that we integrate short energy breaks or short renewal breaks into our day.
What do you do when you're doing your energy breaks?
Let's start with the basics. Let's actually have lunch and actually get outside and give yourself time to digest it.
Right.
Or it could just be that, let's say you've been concentrating on a really hard task for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You notice that your brain is starting to drift. Many people just push on. But if you can stop for 2 minutes, stand up, have a stretch. If your brain is really tired, get up, walk around outside for 5 minutes. Or if you're really quite depleted, you might need a tiny bit longer. But it can be anything from a 1 minute to a 10-minute short break. And you're not goofing off.
Right.
In that break, you're strategically renewing your energy.
So you don't have to feel guilty about it.
You don't have to feel guilty about it. And that's why what you call the break is really important. So you might call it, I'm taking a productivity break.
Okay.
Or I'm taking a brain break rather than just, I need a rest now.
Yeah.
And that language can make it sound more acceptable.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes it will change the behavior of you, and it will change the behavior of the people around you as well. Because what is productivity break? And people will start questions about it, and then probably they'll start a very interesting and productive discussions as well about that.
You're spot on. So I really encourage people to, when they have their breaks, don't hide it. Don't sneak out the door. I say, take your break loudly. I'm having a 10-minute walk around the block now, so that I can sharpen up my brain.
Okay.
And when people hear you, that then gives them permission, and then you can start to create some team norms where everyone feels permission that it's okay. Yeah.
That's really nice. You mentioned a little bit earlier about battery challenge. Do you mind explaining a little bit about that?
Yeah, so in the seminar we did today, I gave people a battery challenge, and this is what it's about. When you're the battery on your phone, when you see that little red bar that suggests, oh dear, I'm about to run out of charge?
Yes.
Well, you think about, what do I do when I see that? Most people plug their phone in immediately. So I encourage people to treat their own batteries and energy levels the same. So that when you pick up, like, I'm actually getting quite tired and depleted now, respond to your own batteries with the same immediacy and urgency that you would your phone. So take a short energy break now, rather than say, I'll attend to my health and energy in 2 weeks' time when I've got time.
Yes.
So that's the battery challenge.
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna make note, and I'm gonna start doing that immediately. One last question.
Yes.
So mindfulness is now people started to talk about mindfulness in Indonesia. But everyone having a different definitions about mindfulness is. What's your definition of mindfulness?
Yeah, so I'm not a mindfulness expert, but from what I learn from my colleagues is that it's non-judgmental awareness of what is happening in the present moment. So it could just simply be noticing, oh wow, what did I just think then? I thought a really irrational, angry thought, just noticing it. Or it could be noticing a sensation in your body. I can feel tension in my forehead now. So it sounds simple, doesn't it?
Yeah.
but it's actually quite a skill to practice.
Right.
And what I've found is just that practice of noticing without judgment, that in and of itself is de-stressing, but it also helps open up the possibility to make a different choice.
Right.
Yeah.
And remembering to be mindful is sometimes difficult as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So when, okay, I'm gonna cut that out. I
That's
forget
okay.
what I was saying.
I can respond to that. if
Yeah,
you like.
yeah,
So
go
say it again and I can say something. So just the remembering to
Oh, yeah.
do these things.
So remembering mindfulness is sometimes difficult as well.
Yes, and remembering a lot of those little health habits can be difficult. So what I suggest, the way people can start, is to just choose one act of your day. So let's say you do want to become mindful. Just start by saying, okay, I'm going to eat my breakfast mindfully. So I'll slow down, pay attention to the colours, the tastes of the meal. Don't try and do
not taking up your phone and
at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't try and do everything. Just choose one behaviour in a day. Get consistent with that, and then you can start building on that over time.
Okay.
But yeah.
And one of the things that I think I read something about mindfulness a couple of months ago, and one thing that really stuck with me about non-judgmental awareness is we should treat our body and our mind just like a scientist treat
Yes.
whatever the objects that he or she is observing in the lab. So like, oh, my mind is feeling angry, or I feel tired in the inside, or I can sense that I'm mad to this person, and just having that non-judgmental and being okay with that, as if like there was a scientist that looking at us from the outside. I find that analogy really helpful.
Yeah. I have found that really helpful too. My background is as a dietitian,
Right.
and so when I would get people to just simply become more aware of their eating behaviour, that mindset of just being curious like a scientist, I found really helped people go down that terrible emotional, oh, I ate a bad food, I'm a bad person, blah blah blah.
Right,
I'd
right.
encourage them to just record it, be like a scientist and go, wow, there's some really interesting information.
Right.
I just ate a packet of chocolate biscuits. I wonder what led me to do that.
Right.
So yeah, that curious, non-judgmental mindset, it's so helpful, particularly when you're wanting to examine your health habits more. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much, Thea, for your time.
Pleasure.
This is a
Yeah.
wonderful conversation. I enjoyed your session very much. Thank you so much.
It was a delight to be with you. See ya.